Excellent. Thank you, Wendy. I see. Okay, great. I've got the controls. So welcome, everybody. I looked through the attendee list very quickly and I see some familiar names. So thank you. Welcome back. I'm glad you're attending another session again. That makes me feel good. So what we're going to discuss today is creating an accountability culture on your projects, especially if you're working in an organization that does not have a great accountability culture. So we'll talk about that. On this slide, you'll see a link to a handout. You can go to that link and then download. It's a one-page handout, which will give you a quick reference card for the topics that we're going to discuss today. So before we move on and get into the actual slides, let's talk about accountability. Think of accountability as the willingness to accept responsibility. And accountability is critical to every project's success. However, that said, it doesn't mean that we, as the project manager or as managers, must babysit or pester or micromanage our teams our people in order to get work done. Those tactics, they're not going to get you anywhere. A better approach is to empower the team, everyone on the team, so that we can promote accountability. So think about how you would describe accountability right now in your organization. Do you work for an organization where people take their responsibilities seriously? They step up to the plate, they're very proactive, they get the work done, you don't have to worry about them? Or do you work in an organization where you have to watch people really carefully, remind them at every step of the way what to do? So if you are willing, please, you can chat or respond to any questions I have in the chat or the Q&A boxes. I'll read comments or I can respond to them to make sure if you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them and respond to comments along the way. But at this point, think about the type of organization you work within. Does it have a lot of accountability or not? And if not, what do you do about it? And let me ask you, do you find that you need to, or that you do, create a greater culture of accountability on your projects than what currently exists in your organization? So I would be interested in your responses here because it'll help frame some of the other topics that I'm going to talk about. Do you find that you need to create a greater culture of accountability on your projects than what exists throughout the rest of the organization? Do you even try? If your organization has no accountability, people don't step up, they don't take responsibility, they're not looking at that extra step, do you try to change that on your projects? And I would encourage, if you do work in an organization that doesn't support that, I would encourage trying. So, okay, you've got people take great accountability in all tasks. Great, thanks, Andrew, I appreciate that. And yeah, Eric, you've worked for an organization that's pretty good about it. And then I've gotten a couple other responses, not so strong. In organizations where people don't take that extra step, and you've got to watch them a little more closely. So today we're going to talk about multiple ways to build that accountability into a project. Oh, there we go. So here are the topics we're going to discuss today, and these are the ones that will be in the handout if you choose to go out there and get that. We'll go through these steps. I think the real goal is the last two steps at the end. The integrated service delivery, if you're not familiar with it, it's a nice little model. It's to me, that's a great practice. It's a good practice. It's a good mentality to have within your organization. If you can instill that type of thinking and that mentality approach in yourself and in your group, when the whole organization thinks like that, there's nothing they can't do. And that bodes especially well for smaller or medium-sized organizations or smaller units within a larger organization. So, so those are the topics I'm going to talk about, and listen for the recurring themes that we're going to talk about. Okay, I've received even more comments on how much accountability do you have in your organization? Thank you. So we have projects often have visibility at the C level, day-to-day activities, not so. Okay, good. So that is true. Sometimes accountability varies depending on the level within the organization. And that's why I say we really want to promote accountability among everybody on the team, at, everyone on the team, throughout the whole team and at all levels. So we'll address that. Well, let's start with the first step. You need to establish your accountability first. That as a leader, you've got to start with you. It always starts with you. So start with your accountability first. Lead by example. The team is going to instinctively catch on to your personal investment in the project. Are you committed to it? Are you passionate? Are you excited? Often when I teach sessions or I meet with people and I'm discussing projects or project management, they'll laugh at me because they say, I can hear the passion in your voice. You really believe in this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I do. I really do. I see it work. And so your team will catch on to your passion about the project or your commitment to the project. Same with you and other leaders as well, other leadership. But if you lead by example, that creates the foundation to build the trust and the respect between you and the team. Now, it may take time for the team to actually believe that you're going to hold yourself accountable as well as them. That you're going to hold yourself just as accountable as you are them, especially if, they've heard it before. They've heard it before from management who didn't follow through or, always have mixed messages. Or if you work in an environment with low trust and accountability, then it may take a while for the team to actually believe it. So you really just have to demonstrate it and keep at it until they finally do believe. There are consequences, set the foundation and set the expectation that there are consequences to people's performance, including our own. Again, we're holding ourselves just as accountable. So we have to make a clear link between actions and results, and then hold our team members to that. And that is what builds the foundation of clarity and trust. So we're really trying to build on that foundation of trust. Now, management can make or break a team, regardless of the existing culture in the company. It's critical to form a link between our leads or our managers and their groups. Engagement from leadership and you as the project manager drives success from the team. If the leaders are engaged, the team will be more dedicated to the project or to the PM, and that will help drive that environment of accountability. So let's see, I'm getting more chats in. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And we got combinations. Okay. And it is best to empower the team. You're absolutely right. Oops. Thank you for that. Oh, my boxes just disappeared. Okay. I'll get them back in just a second. So I'm trying to read all the quotes. Okay. So my chat box has disappeared. I'll get it back in just a second. But it is best to empower your team and to encourage them to do their best work. And one of you had just written in about that. And I'm going to get to that point in just a few slides. That is a true point. It's a good key point to keep in mind.
Hi there. Hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.